Hello, everybody. We're just going to wait for a few more people to come in before we start. Okay, so if you guys have just come in, please enter your name into the live chat so we know who's here. Okay, in the meantime, while we're waiting, so anyone who's still um, in the chat waiting, just put your name in, and while we wait for more people to come in, let's just do a little bit of stretching on your own. Okay, so just do a little bit of hamstring stretch and everything else, and then we'll start within 1 minute. If no one else shows up, we'll just start the class. Okay, let's get started. There's 2 people in the group, but gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, so first of all, let's go into class. Facing forward, chet, kinai. Okay, so we're going to begin. All right, today, the advanced group, we're going to start with, okay, we're going to focus on pumse today. So first things first, let's begin with jumping jacks. Let's go. Now, 2, set, net, tasa, yasa, you go. Either, aho, yo, raise your knees. Now, 2, set, net, tasa, yasa, you go. Either, aho, yo, jump left and right. Now, 2, set, net, tasa, yasa, you go. Either, aho, yo, forward and back. Now, 2, set, net, tasa, yasa, you go. Either, aho, yo, shake out your legs. Put your right leg in front of you, lift up your toes and lean forward. Now, 2, set, net, tasa, yasa. You go, yo, change your legs. Nah, there, set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Legs side by side. Turn your leg and bend your knee. Nah, there, set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo, change legs. Nah, there, set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Push your knees up with your hands. Nah, there, set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Hands on your hips. Make big circles. Nah, there, set, net, tassel, other way. Yes, up. You go, yo. Hands up to right and left. Nah, yo. Set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Hands make circles. Nah, there. Set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Backwards. Now, there. Set, net, tassel, is up. You go, yo. Shake out your hands and your legs. Okay, very good. Let's begin with some exercises. First one we're gonna do is do some lunges. You're gonna go step forward and step back. Ready? Let's do 20 by my count. Now, there. Set, net, tassel, this one, you go, there, 열, and more now, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and you. Okay, stretch out your legs. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, let's start with some, we're gonna do some squats, but we're gonna do jumping jack squats. So jumping jack squats work like this. You're gonna have your legs together, you're gonna jump your legs out like jumping jacks, but every time you go out, you squat. Okay, ready? Let's give this a try. We're gonna do 20. Ready? Go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Good. Check out your legs. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's do some push-ups today. So today, let's warm up with 20 regular push-ups, and then we're gonna try some variations. Okay? So let's do 20. This one's gonna be on your own time. Ready? 20 push-ups, and then I'll give you guys a few more seconds after I'm done to finish. Ready? 시작. Ha! Okay, from here, we'll take a few seconds to rest, and then I'll give you guys some time as well for those of you who are not done to finish. And we're going to do a different kind of push-up today. Okay. Hopefully you're done. So the next kind of push-up we're going to try today is going to be it's kind of what we call the back push-up. Okay? So you said before, you're not supposed to put your hands in front of your head when you do push-ups. We also told you before, right, not to put your head down, right? So we're going to do one of those things. You're going to put your hands in front of your head. And what you're going to do is from this position, you're going to drop your elbows to the floor and bring them back up. Okay? This is called tricep extension. Now, if possible, you're going to try to make a triangle with your hands while you do it. Okay? Keep your hands close together, possibly in a triangle. And from here, you're going to dip your elbows down. Let's try this one. Just 10 first. Ready? Go. 1, 2, set, net, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Ha. Good. Give your arms a rest. Okay, the next kind of push-up we're going to do today is going to be wide push-ups. Okay, so for wide push-ups, just remember, your hands have to stay at your chest level, meaning here, not here. Now you're also going to have your hands much wider than your shoulder, maybe about 1.5 times your shoulder width. Okay, and you're going to bring your chest down and lower your head like this. Okay, without actually touching the floor with your body, of course. Okay, for this one, let's also do a set of 10, but let's try to make sure we keep good form. Ready? Push-up position. Let's go for 10 wide push-ups. 시작. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay. So give you guys a few seconds to finish up. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to work on some ab exercises. First one we're going to start with, nice and easy. We'll start with some sit-ups. All right, so the basic sit-up is sit all the way up. Right, your feet on the floor, sit all the way up. And then come back down. We are going to start with, okay, let's start with 20. Ready, 시작. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's give yourself 10 seconds to rest, and then we're going to continue with some lower abs. So what we're going to do next after this is we're going to do some leg raises. Okay, I'm going to do V-sits. So for V-sits, remember, you're going to have to lean back, have your legs off the ground, and raise your legs while bringing your head forward at the same time. Okay? So for V-sits, try to do it explosively, right? When you raise your legs, raise it fast. Okay, let's get started. Ready? Legs off the ground and lean back. Okay, if you can, have your hands off the ground as well. Try and balance. Ready? Let's do 20. Go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. You good. Okay. Once again, give yourselves about 10 seconds to rest, and then we'll move on to the next ab exercise. If anyone else is watching in the chat, please let me know that you're here. Otherwise, I feel like I'm teaching a blank screen. Okay, so please do let me know. Apart from Christopher, there's one other person I see in the stream, so please let me know who you are. Okay, so the next next exercise we're going to do is going to be the chair sit-up. So the chair sit-up, it looks a lot like a crunch, but with a few small changes. So normally for a crunch, you have your feet in the air. You have your hands on your head. So what you do is, right, for a crunch, you bring your head and your shoulders off the ground. All right, and you move your head forward. But this time, what we're going to do is you're going to point your hands straight up. You're going to bend one of them and put them on your elbow. You're going to have your feet in the same position, and you're going to focus on reaching straight up to the sky with your hands like this. Okay, just try to get your shoulders to leave the ground and reach straight up into the sky. So a few things you don't want to do is don't move your legs around. Not correct. Also not correct would be pointing your hands forward. Try to keep your hands pointing straight at the ceiling the whole time. So we're going to do 10 with your left hand up, like this, and then 10 with your right hand up, like this. Okay, let's begin. Legs in position, and up, and go. Now, 2, set, net, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yo. In your hands. Now, 2, set, net, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yo. Very good. From here, let's stand up. We're going to get a quick water break and come back. Facing forward. Chit. Get there. Okay, let's continue. So hopefully we're all back after the water break. Courtney, welcome, even though you were a little late. That's okay. So what we're going to do today, let's work on some, so first things first, today let's work on stances, okay? So first of all, let's go through what's a walking, forward, and the back stance, okay? Before we talk about any other special ones. So first things first, let's go through a walking stance. A walking stance, 1 feet together, is going to be one fist between your heel and your toe, both forwards and sideways. Okay, so show you from this angle, it's one fist in front and one fist to the side. With your back leg turned 30 degrees. Okay, Courtney, be safe. Okay, other leg, let's try it. So let's try this, guys. We're gonna walk forward and do just walking stance. So from here, every time you step forward, pivot your back leg slightly. So step and small turn. Step, turn. Step, turn. Let's practice this a few times by my count. Let's go sideways first. Ready? Down. Good. Set. Neck. Okay. A few more times. Pass up. Yes, sir. Here you go. Idhar. Aho. Yo. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about turning on the spot. Okay? So when I say turning on the spot, this is turning and stepping forward. This is turning on the spot. So when I'm turning on the spot, I'm doing two things. Number one, I'm turning around. And number two, I'm making sure that my legs don't cross. So let me show you from the front to back, okay? So my legs, as you can see, my left is on my left, my right is on my right. If I keep my feet where they are and I turn around, this is the problem. My feet are still where they were. So now my left leg is on my right side, my right leg is on my left side. So this is not very stable, right? So to make a good walking stance, when I turn around, before I do, my back leg has to cross over like this. One, and then two. So that's going to look like this. Step, turn. But when you do it smoothly, it's one. Okay, so let's practice turning around. You're going to start facing this way. It's going to be 1, 2. And uncross your legs. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Hopefully this is making sense to everyone so far. Okay, now next thing we're going to go through is the forward stance. So for forward stance, how long is it going to be? It's going to be 1 foot, 2 foot, 3.5 long. Your back leg's going to turn 30 degrees. And you're going to bend your front knee so that your knee is on top of your foot. This is the forward stance. Okay, so from here, we're going to step forward and you're going to, once again, pivot your back leg 30 degrees, right? So two things to remember. What's the length of your forward stance? 3.5. What's the width of your forward stance? Still 1 fist, okay? And of course, your back leg, the angle is just like before, 30 degrees, okay? So let's try this, moving this way. Actually, this time I'll go towards the camera, so we can get more done. Ready? From here, feet together, step forward with your left leg first and out. Third. Set. Net. I'll step back now. You guys can step forward or try stepping back with me. Ready? And out. And turn your front leg. Third. Set. Net. Pass up. Pretty good. So hopefully this is making sense, guys. So one more thing that's important to know when you're going from forward stance to forward stance is your height of your stance shouldn't change. So what does this mean? If I'm going like this, up and down, my height is going like this in the middle. It's like I'm going like this. We don't want that. We want to transition smoothly. How do we transition smoothly? We do so by bending our knees as we go forward. So as I step forward, I don't want this. What I want is this. Before going here. So in between my step, I am bent. Okay, whether I go forward or back, this is what I call the transition stance. Okay? There's a point where your legs are like this. Okay? So I'm going to try to stay the same height from forward stance to forward stance. I want you guys to try to do the same. Ready, forward stance this way. Let's step forward. Remember, transition in, both knees are bent. Straighten. And out. Third. Set. Step back, net. Pass up. Yes, sir. Here you go. You there. Okay, good. Shake out your legs. Okay. Next thing we're going to practice today is your back stance. Okay, so let's go through it just like before. So, what is the angle of your feet? Angle of your feet is going to be 90 degrees. How big is your back stance? It's going to be 2 feet long. So from heel to your toe, once, twice. This is the size of your back stance. Now, from here, you're going to have to bend your knees. How much? About this much. Okay, so I don't have an exact angle for you to tell, right, how much to bend your knees, but you look like both your knees are bent and you're stable. Okay, now, as for how to position your body, that I can tell you. So for this one, you're going to have to line up a few things. Okay, so what are those things? Your foot, your knee, your hip, and your shoulder have to make one line on your back leg like this. This is a good back stance. This is the example of a bad one. This is the example of a bad one. Okay? Or I don't know, like this. I've never seen that one before though. Okay? So just remember what not to do. Shoulder offline, no good. Knee offline, no good. Hip offline, no good. Okay? Keep a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your foot. It's going to be a bit more pressure, but it's correct. Okay? So you're looking for this. Let's practice going 1. You go feet together. Try this side. 2. Try to think of it like you're sitting down on one leg and sticking your foot out. Okay? It's like most of your weight is here, and then this is just out and bent in front of you. Okay? Most of your weight should be here on the back leg. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to sit on this. 9 and 10. Okay, relax. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to transition between stances. So how are we doing this? Like this. So from here, you're going to shift forward. And as you do, remember that same transitionary stance we were in between here, right? It's the same idea, but with the legs a little bit further apart. I'll show you why in a second. But basically, from here, you're going step and then turn your back leg as you want. Okay? So in slow motion, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 when your leg comes down. If you step back, it's 1 and twist 2. Okay? So another quick note for you guys when you're doing your stance is make sure that you're pivoting on your heels. Okay? So your heels are what moves around. Okay? So when I said pivot on your heels, what I mean is that your heel is what does the moving. Your ball of your foot is what is planted on the ground. Pivot on this point, not on this point. Okay? So let's try this a few times. What we're going to do, start in the back stance first. You're going to step, right? And once again, keep your legs apart and turn your leg. Okay. Sorry, I forgot. There was 2 more things we had to talk about for back stance. Next thing is the placement of your feet. Okay? So I'm going to stand on this line here. I'm going to show you my heel positions, okay, for my back stance. So let's say I'm doing a back stance that's going forward this way, okay? So if you guys see, I'm going to separate my legs a little bit so you can see the difference. There is a line of separation between my heels, okay? So my feet have to be touching the line. They have to be right beside one another, but my feet can't cross the line. If my feet are on the same line, my balance is too easy, okay? You have to put in a little bit, you have to make it a little bit challenging in your back stance, right? So have your legs apart and on the same line, the knees bent. So this is the proper back stance. Now, as for how you move forward, okay? So the reason why I bring this up is this. I was saying earlier, when you bring your legs close together, when I shift forward, I'm going this way. Before, we were going about this way, close together when we went for forward stance. But now, when we shift forward, I have about a foot of separation, a little bit less than a foot of separation between my legs. Why is this? Because when I step forward, my heel is going to shift forward. When it does, if I have my legs close together, my heel is going to go behind, right? So once that happens, you can see the problem here, right? My legs are crossed. I want to have my legs on opposite sides of the line. To do so, I need some space between my legs here before I shift to here. Also, remember what I said about the height. So, same height, turn. Okay? So let's try this out. We're going to move forward and do this. Ready? Make a back stance. Ready. Now. Third. Set. Net. Okay, from here, step back now. Third. Set. Net. So notice what I'm doing. I'm going foot and then turning my body as I shift my hips back. Ready? Net. Tassa. Okay, good. Relax. Shake out your legs. Okay, we're going to get a quick water break again, and then we're going to come back for Pumse. Check. Good job, guys. Okay, everyone, let's continue with some Pumse. So today we're going to go through Pumse number 5 because I know Courtney's here. Also, Christopher, is there any specific Pumse you want me to do? Please do let me know, okay? Let's start with technique number 5, following me. Facing forward. Say it. Dinner. Pumse me. Let's start with forward stand, slow block. Once again, make sure when you step forward that your heel is what pivots, right? Now from here, when you come back, move your heel in, move your leg close, hammer fist, but do it at the same time. Third, set, net. So the front's going to be middle block, forward stance, and up. Front kick, back fist, middle block, and up. Kick, back fist, middle block. Third, front kick, back fist, middle block. Step forward, back fist, and up. Turn around, single knife and ball. Now, elbow straight to your face level. Make sure you're in a good forward stance. Now, show me a good back stance here with your leg pointing to the side. Now, to the back, low block, middle block. Now, third, front kick, low block, middle block, head block to the side. Now, from here, show me side kick. Now, and then elbow straight. Turn around, head block. Now, side kick, toe. To the back, low block, middle block, front kick, back fist, and up. Bottom. Sure. Okay, we can go to Takeout 6 as well, but so far, okay, let me quickly explain what I want you to do for Takeout 5. Okay, so a few things. Number one, since we talked about stances, remember, the L stance is a shorter back stance, right? So the size of a back stance is 2 feet. Size of your L stance is going to be 1 foot, okay? With your knees straight this time, okay? So it's a cross between a walking stance and a back stance, basically. Okay, now, next thing we're gonna go through today, let's go through side hammer fist on the side kick in Taegeuk 5. So reminder here, from head block position, when you are raising your leg for your side kick to here, your hand has to go to a head block position, but with your arms the other way around. So your hammer fist hand is going to come to your shoulder. Your other hand is going to come to your waist. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have your hand pointing forward with your palm down. You're going to have your upper hand facing up. And as you extend your leg, you're going to twist your hand so that your palm faces down. Okay, and then here your legs and your hand should be parallel. Make sure you don't have this or this. Okay, same angle. Okay, and then of course when you land, bend your knee, open your hand, and turn your hips and push your elbow into your hand. Make sure it's not slap your arm, okay? This is called target elbow strike. There is elbow strike, and then there is target elbow strike, okay? And which one you do depends on whether you're doing a side kick with it and a strike to your hand, or whether you're hitting in the air, okay? So let's continue with the next one. Let's go through Taegeuk number 6. Okay, facing forward. Okay, you're gonna face forward. Let's go to Taegeuk 6 by my count. Okay, to me. By my count, let's go through low blocking forward stance. From here, it's going to be front kick and then outer block with the same hand. Third, kick, land behind, outer block. Set. Now, from here, going to the front, we're going to do single knife hand block with your right hand, but your left leg and forward stance. So from here, it's going to be this way. So towards the camera, it's going to look like this. Okay, but with your right hand. Okay, so from here, turning kick, land in horse riding stance. You're going to land here and you're going to step to the side, head block position, but then you're going to do an outer block to your head level. Okay, so the side of your body, not above your head. Okay, side of your head, right here. And then reverse punch. This is going to be 1, 2 in one count. And from here, front kick, left hand punch. Kick, punch. Other side, outer block, punch. So right, left, okay? Ready? Front kick, punch, left kick, right punch. From here, side by side cross your arms, slowly fold your hands down and straighten your arms. So what you're doing here is like you're doing a double low block, okay? Have your hands touching one another, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So until your hands are straight and your arms can't go any further, keep your hands touching one another until I get to here, then I separate my hands to get to the side here, okay? So from here, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? This is the slow move of the Kumse. Your feet are in Jumbi stance. Okay, so just like when you do Jumbi, that's how far apart you should be. Shoulder width. Okay, and toes pointing forward. So from here, step forward with your right leg, block with your left hand, single knife hand block, head level. Once again, that looks like this. Okay, but with your left hand and right leg. From here, turning kick to the head, and you're going to key up with your left leg. Ready? Now, land horse riding stance, turn around, go block in forward stance. You're going to do front kick and land behind in outer block. Now, kick and land behind. Other side, now. From here, it's going to be kick, land behind, outer block again. Now, from here, we're going to step to the back and do two knife hand block facing this way. So it's going to be, now, from here, hands to the back, two knife hand block again. So remember how we were talking about moving backwards in the back stance earlier, right? Make sure your feet go step and turn like this. So from here, it's 1, 2. Set your hand, left hand behind. You're going to step to a forward stance and pivot this leg like this. 1 and 2. Palm block, punch. So a palm block, in case it's unclear for you guys from behind, is from here to here. Start behind you and swing your hand forward like you would a middle block, but with your hand open. And to the side with your elbow slightly elevated and your wrist bent. Okay, so sideways. Okay, so once again, I'm from here. Set palm block, step back forward stance. 1, 2. Palm block, left hand, punch, right hand. A right hand set, step back, right hand palm block, left hand punch. There is no key up at the end of this kumse. The only key up is on the second kick. From here, you're gonna bring your front leg back to Jumbi. Oh. Sure. Okay, so hopefully you guys can follow along with all that. If you have any questions about the Pumse, please do let me know in the comments. Okay, if you want me to go over anything, if I'm going too fast, please do let me know. But also keep in mind that this video will be up and you can always watch it again later, right? So if you find that I'm going too fast or there's something that you missed, feel free to watch the video again, okay, once we've ended the stream. Okay, so far we're doing good. You guys are doing great. I want you to focus on learning the moves, okay? So the things I went over today, the details, like your stances, how to transition between stances are important, okay? So do your best to do that and don't just do it without thinking about it. So an example of doing Pumse without thinking about it, I'll show you take of 6 without thinking about it. I see a lot of students doing like this. Right, this is still a take of 6, but it's done badly. All the movements are in the right places, right? But am I doing it properly? No. Okay. But when you think about it, there's a lot of things, right? How to do a good low block, how to do a good forward stance, how to time it, right? Setting your hands, landing with timing. All these things are part of Pumse, and you have to put it into your Pumse while thinking about it. On top of that, you have to think about power, about balance, while not going like this when you kick, while keeping your hands tucked in tight, while kicking high, okay, and kicking with power. So you can do all those things in your Pumse, you're going to have it a little bit more clean, right? And you're able to practice more clearly. So remember, when you're at home, right, I'm not there to watch you. If I'm not there to watch you, I can't correct you, right? If I'm not here to correct you, who is? You are. Okay, you have to be your own teacher at home. How are you going to do that? You have to pay attention to how you do things. When you do your low block, you have to see, am I doing it properly? Did I set my hand properly? Did I just do this? When I do my forward stance, I have to check, am I having the correct angle for my back leg? Is my knee bent? Is my back straight? Or am I like this? Right? So all these things you can check for yourself. Be your own teacher. Okay? So these are things that you can see, right? It's not that hard to do, right? If I make a mistake, I'm pretty sure you guys can see it too. If I do a forward stance like this, I'm pretty sure all of you can tell me what's wrong in the comments. Courtney, go. You have 10 seconds to answer me. What's wrong with my forward stance? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's wrong with my forward stance? It's too small. You see, you can see it, right? You can see other people's forward stances. Well, guess what? What if you looked at your own? You can tell. Okay, what about Christopher? What's wrong with my back stance? What's wrong with my back stance? There's a lot of things wrong with it. Pick 1 or 2 things. I'll be waiting, Christopher. What's wrong with my back stance?
5, 4.
There's a lot of things wrong. Come on, quickly. This is not a comfortable bad back stance, okay? Tell me what's wrong with it so I can stand up. What's wrong with it? Come on, Christopher. Are you still there? How many people are in the...
We have 5 people, sir.
Oh, okay. 5 people. Number 1 up.
Well, Courtney says too wide.
Too wide.
Spelled
Yes,
two
but
with
also
two
the
O's.
angle is wrong. Yes, so it's too big. The angle is wrong. And I'm hunched over like this. Remember, this is what your back stance should look like, right? So, try and practice as best you can. And, all right. These are things that you can check for yourself. And if you have trouble remembering it when you're doing it, or you have trouble looking at yourself, one thing you can do is you can film yourself. So right now, I'm looking at the screen. I can see myself when I'm doing my Pumse. So while I'm teaching you, I'm actively checking to see that I'm doing it correctly. Because guess what? I don't want to show you a bad Pumse. I'm not going to show you this. I'm not going to show you this and tell you this is right. I'm going to show you good form. And part of how I do that is looking in the camera and making sure that I'm doing it properly for you guys to see. So similar with you guys, if you guys can record yourself doing your Pumse, right, you can check it later and see how you did. You can watch it right after you did it and see how you do it to see if you can do it better. Okay? So, if you guys have any questions for me, now it's time to ask.
By the way, Instructor Justin's here. If you
Yes,
haven't
he
seen
is.
me from the last class.
He is here, yes. Okay, well, if no one has any questions, we're going to end here. So here's a few announcements coming up. Just keep in mind. So if anyone here is a Black Stripe, keep in mind that our volunteer workshop is happening on October 10th. So please do sign up soon if you want to volunteer. Okay, and then volunteering is a requirement for Black Belt, right? So you need to hit a certain number of hours volunteering with us in order to do the belt test. Okay, and in order to volunteer, you have to know how. So we have a volunteer workshop coming up on October 10th. If you want to sign up for that, please do shoot us an email, right? I don't believe that our phone lines are working right now because it's Saturday. There's no one at the front desk. But if you call us on a Monday or if you send us an email, we can set this up for you and sign up, okay? Apart from that, do we have any other announcements? Sorry? Yes, we have Buddy Week coming up this coming Monday. Okay, so those of you who are having the in-person class, right? If you have any friends that you want to come and try the class, right, they can do so, but they also need to call us and let us know they're coming and sign up and, so that, right, the spaces don't fill up. So basically, if you want to have your friends come try the class, let them know about it. Tell them, give them our contact details and give us a call. Okay, and so when we have a call, once you give us a call, then they can sign up and come train the class with you, provided there's enough space. If there's too many people, we can't because, COVID, right? So
Please don't show up with just your friends right away. You need to call us ahead of time because we have to keep you guys apart, okay?
That's right. Courtney, you have friends. Don't be like that, okay? Okay, I'm sure there's people you can ask. Okay, we'll talk to you guys next time. Good job today. We'll see you next week. Let's end the class here. As soon as I fix my uniform. Have to be presentable for you guys. Facing forward. Good night. Good job, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.